lovelies, and welcome back to Sondering Tarot. If you're new here, hi, hello, and welcome. This is your March 2024 monthly reading. We'll be using the Magical Dogs Tarot and the Weird World Tarot to clarify. You'll find those decks listed in the description box down below. I'm going to get your cards out on the table so that we will see some fast forward shuffling. And if you would like to skip that part, also look at the description box down below. You can use the timestamps and fast forward to the reading. And we'll be beginning with our overall energy for the month of March. We only have two cards for your overall energy for the month. We have the Magician and the Ten of Cups. I actually really love this. We're creating peace, we're creating harmony, we're creating happiness. Happiness for ourselves, happiness for our family, happiness for those around us. You know, creating good feelings, good vibes, good connections. And that is always lovely to have. So let's see what else they would like to add to the overall energy. We have the Page of Cups, the Knight of Cups, the Two of Wands, the High Priestess, Temperance, and the Two of Swords. All right, Two of Wands, the Priestess, and the Two of Swords. So we have 222 showing up. Has a synchronicity there. Connections, relationships. Huh. Okay, so as much as we're following our heart, we're letting that positive emotion, which may have been a little hidden, or we might have been long waiting on, we're getting the answers to those questions. What makes us happy? Who makes us happy? How do we become happy? What do we need to be happy? We're getting those answers with the High Priestess. We're coming into alignment with that energy. Also, the parts that we need to add together in order to create that happiness. After such a long time of probably being a little confused on what that is. Simply because there were so many choices, we didn't know which one to take. We didn't know which one rang truer to ourselves. And if this is love, because we do have the Page of Cups and the Knight of Cups here, this is long-awaited love. So love's call gets answered. Oh. Of course, that is a choice, whether you accept or not. Okay. We're going to leave that right there. And we're going to continue moving on and see what else is in store for you guys for the rest of the month. We're now going to take a look at our blessings. We start off with the Seven of Swords in our blessings. The Five of Earth, which is the Five of Pentacles. The Empress. And the Eight of Cups in the reverse. Okay. As much as staying in our comfort zone may have caused us a little bit of lack mindset. What more is out there? What can I do? What does my happiness look like? Why am I not happy where I am? That kind of cycle, because we had grown too much in the space that we were. Here, we've realized, or can realize, I should say, that there's more to life than what we have. There's always more. Abundance is not just a finite thing, it's an infinite thing. And it looks like different things at different points in our lives. And yeah, there are certain mile markers that we get that we can leave things behind. Things that no longer ring true. Things that just weigh us down. And it makes room for the new. Sometimes we're not the same person we were 5 years ago, 3 years ago, 10 years ago. And that's a good thing, because when we're not the same person all the time, especially over a long span of time, that means we've grown. Okay, so you're basically being blessed with change itself. The ability to have more. Alright, anything else you would like to add for blessings? Oh, you really just wanted those two cards. Okay. We have the Emperor in the reverse. And the Knight of Swords in the reverse. Yeah. Sometimes we stay in a comfort zone and we get too used to that. We stop having any say or control or co-creation in our world. And when we do that, it's to our own detriment. 5 of Pentacles. We start to stagnate because we're living somebody else's life. We're living by somebody else's rules. We're living by somebody else's leave. And that can leave us adrift. It leaves us at the discretion and dictation of other people. When we give our power away and act and behave in a way that says we don't have control over our own lives, it means somebody else will always step up and take the place at the forefront. We are at their mercy. What they say goes. We've given them sovereignty, we've given them power, and they dictate our direction rather than us dictating our direction. Yeah, but we have the Empress here. Creation itself, new beginnings, fertility, abundance. We're actually now stepping up and creating our own path, our own way of being, moving in a way that best suits us. Don't know about you guys, but I'm okay with that. Next, we're going to be looking at our obstacles. For our obstacles, we start out with the 5 of Cups, the 5 of Swords, and the Hermit. Okay. All the sadness, all the conflict, all the stress that we've had is all internal. How we perceive the world or don't perceive it. What we think we're capable of versus what we're not capable of. One of those questioning, well, do I have any gifts, any talents, any potential? Is it possible for anything to get better? Okay. So issues with the inner monologue. Being dissatisfied where we are, but yet being in conflict with where we are and not being able to see any way forward. So hindering ourselves. Ooh, okay. Probably not the best energy to have, but that is definitely an obstacle. When we shoot ourselves down, when we knock our own confidence, when we tell ourselves, you can't do that. That is actually sometimes worse than somebody else telling us that we can't do something. Like I said, in our blessings, if you don't take control of things, control of your life, somebody else will. In this case, you might have inadvertently given your power away because you fed into this obstacle, the negative monologue. Keeping yourself limited, keeping yourself in a comfort zone. Okay, let's see what else is here for the obstacle. That was quick. We have the Ace of Wands, the Three of Wands. And the Eight of Swords. Not surprised. Keeping yourself stuck, keeping yourself in a comfort zone. We literally have the Eight of Swords coming out. It's the desire to want to move forward and expand, but yet on the opposite end of the spectrum, we're keeping ourselves stuck purposely. It's like almost we're afraid to try something new, do something better, do something different. Afraid to step into the unknown. Ooh. Yeah, that's where I'm getting that. I can't do that energy. You're shooting yourself down before you even tried. Limiting yourself, keeping yourself stuck, keeping yourself in that comfort zone. The desire's there. We have the Ace of Wands, but the execution, however, may be a little iffy until we realize, yes, we can. Yes, we're allowed to. We are quite capable. We can go explore. It's okay to. If we fail, all right, but we can't stay here. Why? Because here's not comfortable. Here's not what we wish. Here's not what we want. And it feels like at this point, maybe the biggest lesson to learn is to give yourself permission. Next, we'll be looking at advice. We begin with the Knight of Cups for our advice. The Ace of Wands. Both of those cards have shown up already. We have the Eight of Wands in the reverse. And the Sun. Well, that's actually a really great advice. When things are slow or not moving in the way you wish, how do you find your way? They literally give us the answer. The Knight of Cups, the Ace of Wands. You go in the direction your heart leads you. Why? Because it knows where happiness lies. Listen to your heart. Joy, happiness, higher vibrations. Our heart chakra tends to light up and embody those higher vibrations of joy, innocence, purity, your inner child. They're all associated with your heart chakra. So when you're chasing happiness or trying to find happiness, listening to your heart is very prudent and very sage yet obvious advice. All right, let's see what else they've got here. And if this is, they want me to stop for just a quick sec. If this is a new relationship coming in, this is probably a very passionate relationship, one that you'll probably want to make real quite literally right away. But take the time to build a foundation. You'll be happier for it. Okay, let's see. We have the Two of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles. The Seven of Swords. And the Ace of Swords. Yeah. The world's a big wide place. We're juggling everything all at once. It's quite a lot to handle, the ups and downs of life. But when it comes to literally beautifying, perfecting, creating our world in the abundance we like to ultimately see in it, sometimes that requires different tactics. It requires getting outside a comfort zone. All to see the right direction we need to go in. And what did I tell you at the beginning? When things are slow or not moving the way you wish, when you don't know which direction to go in general, or head towards, is to listen to your heart. Follow your heart. That heart chakra will lead you towards happiness. That's how you juggle everything and get your abundance, is to literally run towards the clarity that your heart will lead you to, or towards, whether that's a person, a place, or, you know, a hobby, whatever, however that resonates for you, whatever bit of abundance that brings you joy. Okay. And last but definitely not least, we'll be looking at the unexpected. All right, we begin with the Fool card. The King of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles showing up again. The Chariot. The Knight of Pentacles. The Ace of Swords in the reverse, also showing up again. The Six of Swords in the reverse. The Wheel of Fortune. And the Page of Cups, also showing up again in the reverse this time. Okay. New happiness, new adventures towards abundance actually coming in for you. Between everything else, it'll move you swiftly along, but at the same time, you're toggling between making forward progress towards your happiness, towards your abundance, and actually creating that going forward, which is all brand new, the shiny, brand new, the adventure, the exhilarating stuff. And you're toggling that with planning of, okay, that didn't work, I didn't like that, well, what do I do now? What takes its place? What works better? This is you actually strategizing because you're uncertain of certain aspects. So you slow down. All because it is more beneficial for you to slow down and become self-aware about what your heart is trying to tell you. Does it inspire you? Does it fulfill you? Does it make you happy? Does it add any value to you, to your heart, to your abundance, to your emotional well-being, your overall well-being? Okay. So forward momentum towards abundance, and then anytime you come up against a wall, an obstacle where you embody that negative aspect that isn't so happy, you toggle over to planning, strategizing. Okay, what went wrong? What made me feel like that? You start to examine the unhappiness, those clouded emotions that maybe you think or that you're going to end up feeling that maybe you haven't quite identified, and sit with it. Self-awareness. Okay. Sounds like there's plenty of opportunity for change, for growth, especially towards happiness and abundance. But it's all kind of hinged on whether or not you give yourself permission to. That I still feel that's there, but let's see what else is here for the unexpected. Let's see if there's anything else that I'd like to clarify. Yes, very much so. We have the Eight of Cups in the reverse showing up again. And the King of Wands in the reverse. Death in the reverse. And the Tower in the reverse. Yeah. Yeah, there's certain things that you don't want to take corrective action on, that you don't want to leave behind, that you're going to want to hold on to. Things that you discover. It's on that adventure mode that you see with the Fool card here. There's certain joys, connections, abundance that you either have and are going to tap back into, or you're going to discover. And those are things to hold on to. Of course, if you have something and you're not willing to let it go, Eight of Cups in the reverse. When we have conflicting things in our environment or in our life that tries to take that away from us, we try to hold on to that. We want to hold on to that. That is something that we don't want to change. Okay. So discovered happiness, or happiness of obtained. Happiness obtained. We're going to defend that. We're going to hold on to that. I'm hearing the phrase, we play for keeps. Yes, we play for keeps. Okay. Well, my lovelies, we've covered all 5 sections. So, any more advice for the collective for the month of March? Anything they need to be aware of? We have the Knight of Cups in the reverse and the Page of Cups in the reverse, both of which we saw earlier. Yeah. That's literally all they want. Just to refamiliarize you guys with this card, this is what it looks like. And then here is the Page of Cups in reverse. So, beware of those negative emotions. Beware that the negative emotions you're experiencing and how you perceive them will actually prevent you from experiencing new emotions or different emotions. Remember our obstacle, the 5 of Cups, the 5 of Swords, and the Hermit card. That negative monologue, that cycle of keeping ourselves small, keeping ourselves penned in and limited, keeping ourselves in a comfort zone, even though it's comfortable, uncomfortable, and we hate it, and we want something more comfortable, we want something brighter, we want something happier. We may be limiting ourselves, we may be sabotaging ourselves, giving our power away. Remember when we do that in an unhappy state, it's hard to experience something different. The universe matches energy. So if we feed into that cycle, we get more of the same. Beware of the negative emotions. Negative emotions still serve a purpose, don't get me wrong. It tells us the directions we shouldn't go, the things that we need to pay more attention to, the things we need to heal, the things we dislike. They still serve a purpose. But it also points out the things that maybe we don't need to keep, or the things that are an area we need to change. Okay. Anything else for my lovelies before I close the reading? Anything else they need to be aware of for the month of March? We have the 2 of Pentacles showing up again. The Queen of Pentacles. I wonder where this is going, because this is familiar. 7 of Swords. I shuffled these. I literally pulled other cards from the deck. The Ace of Swords. That is all 4 cards. They've given us an additional one. Judgment. Okay. Those are the same 4 cards in the same order that we had, I do believe, for our advice. Plus 1 extra card. I pulled other cards from this deck repeatedly. And I still shuffled them. And they came out with an extra card. Yeah. Remember I told you your heart will lead the way, especially when you're lost, to get you out of your comfort zone, to get you clarity, to head you in the right direction. It will get you where you're meant to be. It'll get you where you're called to be, where you're in the most alignment, where your higher self wants you to be, where your higher self calls you to be. Whether that is a new love connection, whether that is a higher purpose or whether that is just a higher state of evolved being. The heart leads the way. You just have to give yourself permission to receive it, to obtain it, and to hold on to it. Alright, my lovelies. I'm going to go ahead and leave this here. I will list the decks I used in the description box down below. Thank you so much for watching, and if by all means this resonated for you, give me a big thumbs up. It's the quickest way to let me know you resonate with the reading, and I will see you guys later. Bye.